Change is gonna come. Change is gonna come. Change can be extremely difficult, whether it's the old versus the new, the old ways and the new ways. There always seems to be sort of clash or conflict when there comes a change. And a lot of it is because we as people, we get complacent or we get set in our ways and we don't like to change. Things are rolling smoothly. We don't like to ruffle the waters. We want to keep everything right where they are. But when change has to happen, it doesn't have to be difficult. There will always be some growing pains when you deal with change. Like I said before, it could be the old regime and the new regime. It could be the old way of doing things, the new way of doing things. The blending of those items together will sort of inevitably cause a little bit of growing pains, maybe some conflict, but it doesn't have to be very difficult. So I got 3 quick things for you. The ways that we can understand change and make sure that when the change comes, we can prepare for it and we can make it as smooth a transition as possible. The first thing is very simple. When change happens, you have to embrace the past. Now, a lot of time when changes happen is because the past was very bad. There were a lot of challenges, a lot of failures, and even where there was some successes, there was seemingly more bad than good. So a change is needed. There's also times where things were going very well and a change is needed. Either way, in either scenario, you have to embrace the past. And what I mean by embrace the past is you have to look at the past as a learning object. Looking at it, understanding the things that were great, were successful, the things that weren't so great, things that were failures. What happened bad that we don't want to repeat? What happened good that we want to carry on and continue to move forward under this new regime or with the new model, the new processes that we're changing? So we have to embrace that. We have to learn from it. We can't just, let's leave it where it is. Let's forget that and act like it never existed. That's not embracing the change. Because quite honestly, that change is the reason why, or that negativity in that past is the reason why you can move forward. The second thing is you have to plan for the future. You have to plan to be successful. As I said before, if you're not planning to succeed, you're planning to fail. You have to prepare for a future of success. And that future includes looking out at the things that you want to accomplish, you want to obtain, and going to get it. Creating a proper plan to accomplish those things. If you're changing leadership in your department, recognize where your department is today, but where you want it to be in the future. And create goals, create a plan to go get those goals. You have to plan for the future. And then my third and final point is very simple. Third and final point is you have to move forward. You simply have to move forward. Now, I know you may be thinking, well, how can you embrace the past and then say move forward? Because there's a difference in holding on to the past and harping on what happened and overly celebrating what was good and so forth. You got to let that stuff go. So when I say embrace the past, it's recognize what happened, learn from it, but then leave it exactly where it is. It's in the rearview mirror, and you got to move forward. The only way you can truly be successful when you're going through a change is you have to move forward. Like I said, change can be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. Whenever we're going through a change, whenever we're going through a transition period, whether it's from one leader to the next, or one season to the next in our life, you have to recognize that the 3 things you can do to minimize the conflict and the struggle in that change is embrace the past, plan for the future, and then move forward.
It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.